Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a very ambitious video, which is reading for 24 hours straight. Just to clarify, I will not be staying up throughout the night to read. I feel like everybody that I've watched do this video, except for a select few, do not pull all-nighters because that is bad for your health, and I don't want to get sick. And I don't want to read for a straight 24 hours. Why am I filming this video then? But I am going to set a timer and read over this weekend. It's Friday today. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. This weekend I will be reading for 24 hours within those 2.5 days. So it's still a lot of reading. It's like reading will be my 9-to-5 job for the next 2 days. And I'm kind of excited, kind of nervous. Right now I'm like, no big deal. I can read for 10 hours each day. But I know halfway through I'm gonna be done. And I hope this doesn't throw me into a book slump. That's my biggest fear, but if it does, it's fine because I'm hoping to read 3 to 5 books. For the rest of the month, I can just read nothing and I still will have gotten through a good majority of my TBR, which this video is kind of brought on because of my last video that was talking about my TBR shelf. That's massive. There's 3 shelves, and I'm trying to get through it, so that is what this video is for. And I have no plans this weekend. Not like I have plans other weekends, but I especially have no plans this weekend. So I have a few books that I'm going to talk about that I ideally would want to read that right now I'm in the mood for, but I'm really just gonna trust my feeling in the moment, and as I finish one book, I'm gonna start on whatever my little heart desires. So right now I am in the middle of 2 books. I'm reading The Fine Print, which is downstairs, so I'll just put a picture, but The Fine Print, I have about 150 pages left, so I think I can finish that tonight. And then I have The Cartographers, which the dust jacket is chilling back there, and I have about 200 pages left of that. I've also been listening to it on audiobook, doing a little hybrid action, and that's been nice because I'm not completely obsessed with it, so I'll continue switching back and forth and hopefully also get that read tonight. I don't know. I also have no idea about my reading speed and how many books I can actually read within 24 hours. I think I'm a very slow reader, but also I've been reading so much more over the past year that maybe I'm not as slow as I think. But I'm gonna go over the books that right now I want to read that are speaking to me, and that can change, but for now these are the ones that I'm gonna start with. So first, this is a book that I've recently bought, and no, I did not need to, but after I filmed that TBR, then I got rid of a lot of the books because I was realistically, I'm never going to read this, and I only bought it because it was $1 at the thrift store. So I was like, you cleared out a bunch of books. Good for you. Go reward yourself. So I bought this and a few others. So first is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. And This is just a very popular book. It's, I think, a YA mystery, and I'm not really into young adult books, but everybody hyped this up, so I feel like I have to read it. And I've been wanting to read this for so long, so I'm excited. And if I like this, I will be going to the store and buying the rest of the series, and this video will turn into a Good Girl's Guide to Murder reading vlog. So we'll see. If that doesn't happen, I also bought recently Anatomy. And so I'm not really going through my actual physical TBR because these I just added. So I'm really going to be back at the same place I was. But it's fine. So this is Anatomy, a love story. I don't know why it's called that, but we'll see. And this is another YA. But it sounded interesting. I really don't like young adult books. I don't know what's going on with me. But this is a book about a girl who wants to be a doctor, but her professor guy is like, no, women can't math, science hard for brain. And so he's like, if you pass my test though, without any instruction whatsoever, if you just like can surgically operate on a body naturally, then I'll let you into the boys club. And so she goes and makes friends with a gravedigger and digs up bodies to operate on. And then I have 2 short books because I think they'll be nice to kind of separate the longer books out with. Both of these books are not that long, and since they're YA, I think they'll be very easy to read. But still, I have a hard time going from one book to the next within the same day. So to split it up, I have a poetry collection. We have Homebody by Carr, and I've read her other 2 books like years ago, and then I just got over poetry and wasn't very into it. And so I recently picked this up to complete the collection. So this will be a nice quick read because they're poems. So along those same lines, I have a short story collection book. They're like little tiny small short stories, and this is The House on Mango Street, and this cover is so cute. It's also about this Latin girl growing up in Chicago, and I went to college in Chicago, so that is exciting. So I'm so excited for this. I got it from the thrift store for $2, and I was so excited. It's like in perfect condition, and I feel like I heard a lot of people talk about this last year, and now I have it. So I'm very excited. That will be a good breaking up point. And then if I don't like the Good Girl's Guide to Murder book, then I have another thriller that we can read, because thrillers are just so easy to read. And even if I'm not, I don't know, if I'm drained from reading, a thriller just grabs you and says, no, you have to read this. So we have another Riley Sager book, Home Before Dark, and this one is, I think, like a horror, and it's about like a haunted house. So that's fun. Riley Sager books put me into a big reading slump because they're so good. I just read Lock Every Door, and now I can't concentrate on any other storyline because I'm like, this is not grabbing me and putting me in a chokehold the way Mr. Sager does. So we have that if I really want a book that's going to grab my attention. That's the lineup. I will update you guys as I finish books on which one I'm going to start next and how long the other one took me and all that. So let's get started. I'm gonna start with the fine print. So I'm only gonna read for like 20 minutes because I have to then go pick up food, but we're gonna make every minute count because we're in for a long ride. We're at 0, so we're just gonna, here we go. Here goes nothing. Let's go. Hello. I just finished the fine print and it was so good. Towards the end, I was just like blushing and my eyes even teared up, which is insane for a romance novel, a smutty romance novel. What? Like, and it was so good. This is the first Lauren Asher book I've read, and now I'm obsessed, and I am promptly going onto Amazon and buying her second book in the series, Terms and Conditions. Right now I'm at 2 hours and 34 minutes. So only like 21 and a half to go. I need to sit with this for a little bit. I might go clean and listen to the audiobook and then move on to A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. But wow, this is so good. I think I'd probably rate it like a 4.5 just because I wasn't like sold on it at the beginning, but like, I don't know, 25% in, I was sold. So solid 4.5. I'm continuing to read The Cartographers. I don't know, it's like a solid 3-star read. It's like, I just am not gravitating towards it. It's getting a little bit better. Like, I think I'm just confused. And I feel like there's no mysteries to solve. Like, they're telling you everything. Or are they? And I think we're almost at the 4-hour mark. Exciting. That was my goal, so I only have to read 10 hours the next 2 days. Only 10 hours. No big deal, right? Hello. So it's the next day and I am almost at 5 hours and am currently reading A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, the first book in the series, and it's pretty good so far. I'm not that far into it, but I was reading The Cartographers, but I'm not that into it. And the audiobook is pretty good because there's different narrators, so I think I'm just gonna finish that one out on audiobook throughout the day. So that one will get finished today, but for actual reading with my eyes, purposes, I'm reading this. So we'll see. And if I like it enough, I'm gonna go to Barnes & Noble and buy the other 2. Hello. So I have finished A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and it took me a while. It was a very easy read, but yeah, this challenge is just proving that I am a slow reader, and that's okay. I think I don't skim very often. I read like every word, and I know a lot of readers don't do that, but I don't know, it's more fun that way. You get to like act it out in your head. Right now we're at 11 hours and 26 minutes. So that book took me like 7 hours, which is a good chunk of time. But you know what? Probably like a year ago, that would have taken me like 14. So that's fine. I'm just slow. Now we're in the car and I'm going to be listening to the Cartographers, and we're going to Target because I have to get the second book, right? I have to, yeah, in the Good Girls Guide to Murder series. I went to Target, and in classic Target fashion, I left with more than just this book. So I did get this book. It's the sequel, Good Girl, Bad Blood. And apparently the third one hasn't come out in paperback in the like American publishing print, whatever. And the United States copies of this series are just so much prettier than the English ones. I don't know. The English ones are giving like John Green, and this is giving cool, mysterious murder, you know? So I don't like, if I start getting a series in like hardback, I continue that. And then if I get it in paperback, I continue that. So we've run into a little problem there. I'm gonna have to wait until they come out with the paperback in the American publishing, but I got the second. Other than this, I also got, my aunt, my mom and I are gonna read this book, and it's One Italian Summer. I've heard of it, so I was like, this sounds like a cute, easy read. And then I got these cute little like page tab things that I saw the other day, and I haven't stopped thinking about them since, because I just really like this striped one and this polka dot. So I got those, and then this was the most random purchase, but I saw this a little bit ago in Target, and I was like, that's cute. That would look cute in my room. So I just went for it. It's a basket, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I was thinking maybe put my books in, like, and then on the floor. We'll see. And then I also got another one in green. So those are cute. Now I think I'm all like murdered, mysteried out. Oh, I didn't go over what I thought about Good Girls Guide to Murder, or maybe I did, I don't remember. But let me tell you, that book has so much Riverdale vibes. Like, I don't know if Riverdale was inspired by them or they were inspired by Riverdale, but it has those vibes. I can't explain it, but it's Riverdale in a book. Yes. But I'm a sucker for a bad TV show like Riverdale, so I loved it. Also, it wasn't a bad book. It was a very good book. I did not mean that. It was amazingly written, and the plot was so good. It did, at times, I was a little bored. I was like, okay, get on with it, but not that much. It was a very interesting format. For parts of it, then it was just like a normal third-person storytelling kind of moment. And then for other parts, it was like in the format of a research paper or a transcription to kind of show what she was turning in for her assignments. So I thought that was cool. It even had like little fake references and like internal citations. It was cool. I was like, if I were a high school teacher, I would make this assigned reading and then be like, okay, now recreate her research paper style as your own. I don't know. I would just make this assigned reading. Maybe for like middle school. Okay, high school's a little too mature for that. But no, I need to shut up. I'm not a teacher. What am I saying? Anyway, I'm gonna go in to my house now and start reading a different book. I might actually just listen to the audiobook for the cartographers and do something else while I do that, because I kind of want to just finish it. Ugh, this is bad because this whole video was for me to get through my physical TBR, but I might read something on my Kindle. Yeah. Anyway, I feel like I've been trapped in my head reading all day, and so now I'm just like, blah, blah, blah. Think I might read the Mindfuck series, because that one's really short, and it would feel satisfying to like finish a book, another book, you know? It's also rainy outside, if you can see, and disgusting, which is a good thing for reading books all day. I have been listening to the audiobook of The Cartographers because I can't get into it, and I only have like 50 pages left, so we're almost done. It's not bad, but I think it's just not my style. It's kind of fantasy, and I don't like fantasy. And I need to stop trying to like it, because it's just not gonna happen. I am gonna read one fantasy book this month that's like a retelling of Peter Pan that just came out. But I feel like that's different. Like, that's a classic story. We all know it. A fun little twist is gonna be fun. But I don't know. I'm just not good with fantasy. So I have like 50 pages of that left. I'll probably finish that at some point tonight or tomorrow. And now I'm gonna go take a bath and relax with another book. I don't know if I should read either The Flat Share by Beth O'Leary, which is like a nice, sweet, innocent rom-com, I'm pretty sure, or if I should start the Mindfuck series, which is obviously a spicy romance. I don't want to drop my iPad in the bath. Maybe I'll start the Flat Share and then like switch to the Mindfuck series. I'm at 13 hours. It's pretty good. I think I want to get to, my goal is 14, but maybe like 15 plus. So we'll see. I'm very tired, so I'm gonna go to bed, but I'm at the 15 hour and 50 minute mark, so pretty cool. I guess I just have to read like 8 hours tomorrow. This hasn't been that bad. Maybe I should try the 24-hour challenge. But I also love sleep. I don't know. Since I last talked, I started the Flat Share, which I only got like 50 pages in. Her writing is kind of weird. Like, my brain was not comprehending it fast. I don't know. The way she wrote the guy, it was like a lot of fragmented sentences, and it just confused my brain. So I was like, I have to read something else. So I started the Mindfuck series, and the first book is only 132 pages. So I'm already like 100 in, but I'm so tired. Maybe I should just finish it. I don't know. Hello, welcome to day 3 of my 24-hour reading thing. Unfortunately, my timer, my stopwatch that I set, stopped working. So that's fun. But last night I ended at like 16 hours, so I'm just going to, I guess, wait till I get to 8 hours, and then that will be the 24 hours. So yeah, we have like 8 hours to go. And I'm reading The Flat Share. Not super into it yet, but I don't know, it's funny at times, but the guy is just written so weird. Like, a lot of times he's speaking in first person but doesn't use I don't know how to explain it. It's strange, but I like the girls' parts, so gonna keep reading that. Hello, we are in the car and going somewhere. I'm going to exchange my books. I have like 7 in here that I'm gonna go exchange at this store called McKay's. I don't know, I've been going like, I feel like every other week there because they have really good deals and you can trade in your books. So it's like, it's perfect. And yeah, I had some books that I was like, you just need to get rid of these. They've been on your TBR forever. You're not gonna want to read them ever. Give it up. Give it up. Stop. So we have those and we're gonna exchange them, and I am limiting myself to like 1 book because I feel like I'm not gonna get much money back for this. I feel like $7 is what I'm guessing, give or take a little. So that would probably only cover like 1 book, or maybe 1.5 if I get like cheap $5 ones. I don't know, but I'm limiting myself because I'm really just doing this to get rid of the books. And yeah, I might actually buy, they have some really good like new books there a lot of the time that are in good condition, so I might just get one of those because they're cheaper. And like last time I saw To Paradise, that book there, and it was in very good condition and it was cheaper than you could get normally, and it'll be cheaper with the discount for selling. Anyway, I don't know, we'll see when I get there. But reading updates, I was reading The Flat Share, and then as I was getting ready I was listening to the audiobook of The Cartographers, and like, yeah, I really don't know. It's a good 3-star so far. I'm like literally almost done with it. So yeah, I'll talk more about it once I'm actually done. But yes, I have like an hour left in it. So that should probably cover my drive there. It's like 45 minutes there. So we're gonna listen to that. And what is my time at right now? I'm almost at an hour, which is like 17 hours. I have like 7 hours left, so good. And if I run out of the audiobook for that, then I have The Flat Share now on my Audible. I downloaded The Flat Share and I'll listen to that if I finish The Cartographers, which I will. So on the way back, I'll listen to it. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do that. So I'll let you know what books I get. What book. Because we're limiting ourselves. All right. Bye. Everyone should be proud of me. I would like a million pats on the back because I controlled myself. But at one point in there, I had like a whole armful of books. And then I said, Ariel, this is ridiculous. Narrow it down. And that's what I did. So I got like only like $6.70 back, which I was expecting. I got 3 books. But first was a steal. I have been wanting to buy this, but just haven't. It's a little tiny novel called Convenience Store Woman, and it's about this like quirky little woman who works at a convenience store, I think. It's super short, and this is like a perfectly intact copy. Insane. And it was $1.85. So I was like, automatic yes. It was literally on my like TBR wish list, so that was a no-brainer. And then this one, this is kind of dumb because I absolutely don't need this. It is a copy of Middlemarch in the Barnes & Noble Classics edition. And I already have Middlemarch. I'm currently reading it. But I really like the Barnes & Noble Classics edition. They had 1 million in there. And I don't know, just like looking at them all, I was like, these are so cute. I want them. And it's $5. It's just so cute. I just want to display it and have like a perfect spine. Like, I'm not going to read from this. It's merely for display. Also, I love Middlemarch. Like, I've been really enjoying it. And so I think it's fine that I have like cute copies. I don't know, me justifying it. And then next is another Barnes & Noble classic. And this one is Wives and Daughters. And this one is even cuter because it's pink. I love pink. This was written at like the same time as Charlotte Bronte and George Eliot wrote their books, and that's like my favorite time period of literature, I feel like. So I was like, automatic yes. And it just seems like a nice little book of romance, scandal, and gossip in England. So very good. And that's it. Spent like an hour and a half in there. Oops. So we're gonna get going. There's a car pulling up anyway. Bye. Hello. So I just finished reading this short story collection, The House on Mango Street, and it was so good. It was so beautifully written. It was, I don't know, I'm just, I'm so impressed when writers can write good short stories that just like make you feel so much. It's like a sensory experience. You know what I mean? Like, it's so, like, you can really just like put yourself in where they're talking about. I don't know, it just was so good. I only put like 5 tabs in, but I wanted to put way more. There were just so many like touching, beautiful parts, and even some funny parts. It was so beautiful. Highly recommend. Anyway, I'm basically at the 8-hour mark, which is then the 24-hour mark. Yeah. So I think I'm just gonna like say goodbye now, because I'll probably read a little bit more, but I'm too tired to film again. But thank you for watching this video, and I hope it motivated you to go read and maybe gave you some, I don't know, recommendations. And yes, thank you for sticking through this. Goodbye, good night, good morning, good afternoon, good middle of the night. Goodbye.